Hello everyone, we will be demonstrating a quick overview of our final year BE project titled as IoT based smart irrigation system using LoRa. The design and the implementation of our system was deployed at Nareshwadi Learning Center in Dundalwadi under Somaya Trust. We went for a field visit under the guidance of a project guide Dr. Namrata Ansari with Mr. Rishikesh Kale, who is handling the agriculture sector in the Nareshwadi. The farm mainly consists of 4 trees: sapota, mango, guava and banana. Our team was allocated with sapota field. The reservoirs supply the water to this field via drip irrigation through the valves which are manually operated. Since the moisture content of the soil is not in the picture, this leads to an unnecessary wastage of water which indirectly affects the yield. Our system intends to transmit a real-time information of the soil moisture content into the field to the user through a mobile app. The project transforms the current irrigation system into smart and automated type, leading to an effective and judicious water supply. Our system consists of data collection in which sensor data is periodically requested by the central server Raspberry Pi to an ARM Cortex controller via LoRa signal. The LoRa frequency band through which the hub and the node system communicate is from 856 to 867 MHz for low power long range communication. Two sets of frequency are implemented. Frequency 1 will be used by all the devices in the system, and it is the frequency through which the hub can initiate the communication. Frequency 2 would be used once the hub and the node controller acknowledge the data received or given to reduce interference. Soil sensor used is a volumetric type used for measuring soil moisture content along with the temperature. For automation, manual butterfly valve are replaced by solenoid valve actuated by latch relays.
In this prototype demonstration, the data from the sensor is collected at regular intervals using an ADC channel present on the microcontroller. When a read request is sent from the master device over a serial bus, the slave controller responds by sending the recent value read from the sensor. In practice, this communication between the master device and the slave device can be carried out using the electrical specifications defined by the TIA RS485 standard, which supports serial communication over longer distances. The communication between the nodes and the hub is carried out using LoRa or Long Range LPWAN technology. In this demonstration video, the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus board acts as the hub, while the STM32 Nucleo board acts as the node device. When the hub requests the node at channel 1, the node responds by shifting the communication frequency to channel 2 and responding to the hub. The data collected by the hub is then sent over to the cloud space.
So here is the demonstration of the cloud infrastructure of a system. All the sensor data readings from the controller would be sent to the cloud storage, which the farmer can access through the app. To create this secure cloud computing platform, we have taken AWS Lambda services, which is a serverless function that runs your code in the backend without us managing the servers. It is triggered by API gateways and offers dynamic database, and the billing or cost depends on the amount of time our code is running, so that we do not have to pay for the servers. Now there are 4 API functions or Lambda function to be executed. First is pump control, which changes the status of valve. The user will receive an acknowledgement upon its request. Currently the pump status is false. To turn it on, we will send a request. The user will receive the message of successful operation. The second API function is get sensor data. This API gets the sensor data from a unique timestamp which is shown till the current timestamp. It will display all the sensor data which is stored in the database to the user. Now the third API function to be executed is insert sensor data. This API performs the function of inserting new sensor data which would be available when it is called by the hub device, that is Raspberry Pi. A unique sensor ID would be assigned for For example, we have assigned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and currently the sensor reading is 170, and this reading would be stored in its database. Now the fourth API function is get pump status. The status of the valve or the pump should be made known to the user upon every loading. For such function, this API would be used. So here is the demonstration of the app. The front-end part of the app requires the user's ID and security key for the authorization and authentication purpose in order to access cloud services. The user will be provided the status of the pump, whether it is turned on or off upon every loading, and simultaneously with the current sensor data.